Hi everyone, PsychoSorcerer here, and today we're talking about authority, or more specifically, using the power of the All. Well, what am I talking about here? Well, if you've watched some of my other videos, you've probably come across the video where I talk about what I believe. A lot of times in the videos you've seen, I discuss what it would mean if entities and things of that nature are psychological, and I discuss what it would mean if they're spiritual. But if you follow the video on what I actually believe, it's kind of a blending of the two. It's that the world itself is a combined force, an all, where all of our minds are one, and those entities are also a part of that. And so in a certain sense, they are definitely in your mind, but in another sense they aren't. And that's what I've come to find in most cases. Now, I usually tend not to go heavily into that whenever we're talking on this channel because I want to cater to those who believe in any of those three theories, and I think it's pretty easy to see where I can go with any of those as well. But it's recently been pointed out to me on my video about sovereignty that there are a number of people in the supernatural side of thinking that say it doesn't make sense to them. So in the sovereignty video I explained that when you're doing your ritual and you're within your circle, you have the power, as long as you claim sovereignty, to invite entities in and to banish them at will. And so if you have something come into your circle that you don't want, you can just push it away and it's gone. Now on the psychological side of things, this makes a lot of sense. If you're a psychological view of this, it basically means taking control, making yourself the center, gives you command over the individual parts of you that you're calling up, so that makes sense. From the spiritual side of things, people have stated that they don't quite understand this, that they say, if we are evolving, if we are changing and trying to become more, and there are entities which are more powerful than us, then how could we have authority over them? And that's a good point. But as I've said, my beliefs actually blend these two together. The reason that I believe that I have authority when I'm in my circle doing my ritual is because I have the authority of the All. It isn't that I, as the human Joseph March, have the authority. It's that I, as the enlightened element of the All, can call upon that full power of the All when I'm in ritual. And it's important that I stress when I'm in ritual. Outside of ritual, I don't have this power. If something comes and tries to bother you when you're not doing a ritual, you may not have the power to just push it away so easily. If you go into a place that people would consider haunted, you may not be able to just banish that spirit away by claiming some kind of sovereignty. But when you put down a circle, or when you claim a space as your own, and you claim yourself as sovereign at the beginning of your ritual, and then you invite something into that space, what you're actually doing is claiming yourself to be the representative of the All within that space. You're claiming yourself as having the power and authority of the All for anything that decides to accept the invitation to come in. And as such, you now have authority over them because they've come into your space where you have the authority of the All. It isn't the human's ability that gives you this power, it's the All's ability. And these entities are part of the All just like you are. You and the entities both have to bow to the power of the All if that power forces you out of somewhere. So it isn't about a human being powerful enough to have sovereignty, it's about understanding your connection to the All, and in so doing having that sovereignty. Now, for the psychological minded people, you don't need all of that in order to understand it. Simply remaining in control makes enough sense to you, but for those who are more spiritually inclined, maybe this has helped explain it for you. Some people have a patron deity that they work with, or they might work with archangels or things of that nature as part of their path working. Those people usually don't rely on the All so much as on a different pantheon. For you, all you need to do is call upon the might of that patron to protect you, to banish, etc. This is exactly the same thing, it just uses a different language. So if you're more spiritually inclined and you don't like the idea of the All, think about having a patron deity or having angelic entities that you call forth before calling up whatever you're going to evoke, and you're going to get the same results. I don't think there's much else to say on that. If you're going to do regular spell casting, not evocation, and you want to call upon the power of the All, you can do that as well. Simply make a space, claim it as your own, claim sovereignty, And then when you are performing your visualizations, visualize the energy of the entire universe coming into you and going out as you project whatever it is you're doing. And you'll find that this does increase the power and force behind a lot of what you're trying to cast for. I hope that this video made some kind of sense to the people who have been asking me these questions. If there's more questions, feel free to leave them below. And until next time, safe travels. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it on social media. If you'd like to stay updated with my latest videos, please click subscribe. If you have a comment or question, please feel free to leave it below or on my Facebook page. And if you'd like to see some of my previous work, check out PsychoSorcerer channel on YouTube. If you're interested in learning about the occult, I've got an over 35-part lecture series. You can reach that by clicking on the video in the top left. I've also got an ongoing series on the ancient gods and how they're called upon in magic. If you're interested in that, that's in the top right. I've got a series on theories from conspiracies to big questions in the bottom left, and tips for a better life through magic in the bottom right. If you can't click on any of these videos because you're on a phone or tablet that doesn't support it, you can always go to my channel and check out the playlist section. I've got everything broken down into playlists there. There's also an additional playlist of me making a complete fool of myself doing various pop culture things, including pretending to be a character that's what pop culture thinks a sorcerer would be. As always, I thank you for your support, and until next time, safe travels.